Give it a moment, like we broke.
I think, yeah, I just want to round it off.
So, sort of going, sort of rounding this sort of exercise. How did you feel about the exercise? How has this exercise sort of affected you? How's it? What have you actually? If you was to do this again, what have you taken from this?
If I was to do this again, I think I'd come back to my earlier point of time management, find out the research that I need to about my practitioner, and then find out some information about the other practitioners. And I think it's the two practitioners that were in a marriage.
Yes.
See, Dario Fo.
Yeah.
Dario Fo, and then Franca. Was Franca?
Franca, yeah. It really does come down to. It really does. I don't know if this is me. There was 19 people in the room.
There was, and I think to credit ourselves is what we did remember was still useful information.
Yeah, because I could tell you about Anne. She was raped. She was raped, and then she after that used her influence to and actually performed it to a piece of
that. I remember that. That was powerful.
I remember the information, but it wasn't. I made the Grotowski so like I was in the room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm amazing? I made what I was saying, or his name, diverse.
Yeah.
I didn't really want it.
I think because Grotowski is someone that I didn't perhaps know as well. However, now I would say that I have a better understanding. I would say on Grotowski, because I think in this training, Grotowski has become present, but Grotowski wasn't
very much
something. Yeah, so Franca was his wife, and Franca died in 2013. It was just looked up.
Yeah, that's just.
She's still very present,
Yeah,
but
she
like
lived the life as well, isn't it?
she has. For that, let me explain what I was trying to say. So the woman, the girl that played Franca, and the boy that played Dario. The person that played Dario hadn't realised that he was married to Franca, and the girl that had researched Franca did, and she was talking on my husband sitting next to me.
He was so disappointed.
They were talking, and then his face sort of switched into I'm me back in the room and going, oh, we're married.
Yeah.
And then sort of being up and then settling back into, yeah, we are married, and then being able to work. But then after they'd established, yes, we're married in this situation, they had then built, they then built that off each other and said, because they then realised how much their career were embedded in each other and worked. And that I was going to just compliment the girl that played Franca, was when she was talking about the rape and how they used that in a piece of theatre to do the professionalism behind that and how seriously she spoke about that. It was appreciated that it changed the atmosphere in the room. I'd say how we'd all sort of been like, oh, we're arguing and we're doing this and this and this and this and trying to get our points across, and it was debating and learning off each other, and then realising, right, perhaps what I have said isn't all correct, or what I could have said it in a better way. I could have said it that more portrayed the character or the practitioner that I was playing. But that really just it changed the atmosphere in the room.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what these practitioners have been through and certain things they've been through really do influence their work, and to bring that back to us is things in our lives, I'd say, that we can put in a room.
Yeah, do you know, that is
like, say, monologues, or even at drama schools, like certain things that I'd say I've completely gone off now, but it's finding something
you
that
made a very good point. You made a very good point, and
how something like has impacted you, and our lives and like our canvas, like we can do what we want, like finding a monologue that suits us because we understand that emotion and that emotion isn't faked and that emotion is somewhat real whilst distancing ourselves, that we don't get too into the monologue, that the monologue becomes stale.
You see it all the time, though. You see it in Hollywood all the time, don't you? All the people sort of going for their own like mental states, and then you do find if you're playing a character for 2 hours, you do find yourself getting a little bit like almost carried away, and sort of your concerns of your own individual life sort of takes it away. And going back to the same points of maturity in the room, there were sections of the exercise where there was none. I do agree with that. So there was a certain point. It was Augustus blouse. I'm Augustus.
Oh yeah, Augustus.
I'm Augustus blouse. So he spoke like he showed beforehand. The actor showed me the video of him talking, and it was like I'm Augustus blouse. When I was in Argentina. We used to carry guns on stage, and then we got kicked out because it was so dangerous. And you could. I started to break my character for like I'd say about a minute, because the relationship in the room to some people was still present.
I think, and now that you've said that, I agree with that. Like, I found it annoying because it was very much. At that point, as it was quite early on even though it shouldn't be present at any point, but as it was quite early on in the exercise, it was like, oh, my mate's popped up now, I'm gonna have a laugh, and that I think it did crack. It did start putting cracks in what we was trying to work out, and what the seriousness. Like he was talking about having guns on stage for the subjects that he was tackling was going against the society at the time, and the context of what the person that played Augustus Blouse was talking about was very serious. However, it was lost somewhat due to my friend is cracking up now.
My friend's the person then.
Yeah, and it's fun, and that was similar again with Stanislavski, where the accent became more apparent in the research, or the accent became more apparent in the knowledge. Because they'd spoke the accent earlier, the person playing Stanislavski, because they'd spoke the accent earlier, and then went to.
The director did give him leeway. There was a lot of leeway towards. Even though there was a rape, when they spoke about the rape.
I think it went literally from talking about the rape and how that had empowered her to carry on and write about that, and how she directed other women and been able to distance. That's a good example of like distancing yourself from a monologue whilst still knowing that your emotions are present in it, or that taking something personal that's happened to you and be able to remove that and put it into a piece of work. I think it's really it's really inspiring, and I find that really like beautiful, and how that moment of like was sort of held, and then it went over to Stanislavski, and the person that played Stanislavski was like lost their accent and basically had picked an accent and then been silent for quite a long time in the room, and then when they'd gone to speak, been hiccuped and been like, oh, my accent has been lost. And it was then that this was towards the end of it, where some of the people in the room had sort of lost, slouched, laying back, like, but then when that had been lost, it was sort of, something interesting piped up, and what's this? You don't remember? And it was a bit
it was. I think at moments it was a very amazing, very enlightening exercise.
Yeah.
But you just look at. It really goes to show you get out what your company gets in. It's like you're only as strong as your weakest link, isn't it? And that made it very apparent in a exercise, isn't it? Because if you can only get as much as your weakest link, and it is, because we're a group, we're a team, and
we're a company.
Yeah, we're a company, and for it just to sort of to be mocked at,
I think that for us as a company, for the whole of 19 of us. 19 of us?
Mm-hmm. 19 of us.
For 19 of us, I think that is still a process for us, still a progression that if we want to be treated seriously in this industry, we have to start treating each other seriously. And start treating on the rehearsal floor, we're all equals, and any friendships, relationships outside shouldn't come into the room. It should all be neutral. Let's start a day fresh, anything new.
Reflecting on it, exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's a million things we could find in this,
Yeah.
and that one was very highlighted.
Yeah.
In what was going on, and it is disappointing. It's very disappointing. I wish if I could take it back, I would probably do it with less people that are more proficient in their own sort of ways. And then
I agree, because to get round the room and to hear everyone, I think the energy. I said the energy was somewhat lost, and I think we're not giving ourselves enough credit for what we did, because we were as equals. We were all able to hold a conversation, hold a room, question for 2 hours long. That I think we should give ourselves credit for. We were able to do that. It's just to look for improvements. I do agree that if it was a smaller room, perhaps that energy would have been kept longer and held more, and those people that were committed and those people that were like, right,
this is the time.
Dive right in, I'm going for it.
Like another point that's very highlighted. If you want it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
If you want it, you'll do it. If you don't, you don't. People got lost in the action.
I think that's
Augustus Blouse, very good. Yeah. I think Anne Vogard, I think you did very well. And some of the other practitioners like Meisner very well, and Eugenio.
Franca with talking about the rape, that was very well, there's a lot of people. I think Stella Adler that done the.
Stella Adler was very good.
That was one with the 3 circles.
Yeah. Stella Adler. Okay, that was. See, I can remember so much facts about people. I
want to improve. I've got a general gist of knowledge, and that is I want to go away and find out. And obviously, this will all be on our websites of extra additional information that we have found out, or we have done, or going to do even. And I think that is.
So to round it all off, 3 words to describe the exercise.
3 words. As in a sentence, or
you could just say a sentence. Just say you feel. Just.
I think I'll just give a brief sort of. So I think I've been enlightened. Well, I know I've been enlightened of enlightened in other practitioners, and enlightened. There is more knowledge, and there will forever be more in knowledge. And I think it's something that our director says, and we need to start finding that that is for the whole company, is to find the fun in everything. Like, we got given a task to be someone else for like 2 hours, and it's not like, boring, we have to find out about like old people, whatever. It's just, I get to be someone else, and I get to do this, and I can talk about this, and there's so much more that I wish I could have put into that room, but just sort of hiccuping and be like, inhibiting myself. I would love to I found the fun, I believe. I don't think there was a moment where I sort of drifted away. I was finding it fun to hear people, and I was in the room and I was present. But it's just, with the research and the time that we had, is to not get bubbled down about that, is to be, fun, I have an hour, let's go, like just forever wanting to push further. And I think for me that is something that I just want to do all the time.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. 100% agree with what you're saying. And it is. I think I'm a very ignorant person when it comes to this injury, I've found. So my own enlightenment, I'm a very ignorant person. Not ignorant purposely, but it's been very much like I've always coasted off my own talent. It's talent.
Yeah.
And opening this door to people who've spent their whole life, days and
you're
years,
not as big as what you think you are.
It's cutting me down to size.
Yeah.
It's cutting me.
It's bringing you back down to earth and realising, right.
Yeah,
there are people that have done
holy shit, I need to get out there.
Yeah, there's people that have made like so so greater achievements and really like put their foot in the industry and just been like, I'm here, this is me.
They're
having that to achieve.
I've read about them, and he has a life, and he has affected my life, and he's like essentially dead, and he's done something.
Yeah.
Which is in itself something that I'm proud of. Hopefully you took pride in just doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, wonderful. Thank you for watching our podcast this week, and yeah, enjoy.
Thanks.
Do you want to do another one? Because I think we're on a bit of a